So here's a little Premiere issue I just discovered. See all these markers, timeline markers up here? These are all feedback markers. So I gave this project to the client. They linked up to the local media and then they added their own markers. But what happened was these markers here are out of sync with what you're seeing in the actual timeline, because the client had asked me to add 10 seconds to the slate. So I basically had to push the entire timeline down 10 seconds. But when I did that, I did not ripple the sequence markers because I'm not sure if this is on by default, but Premiere has this option for ripple sequence markers. And allegedly, well, you can see what happens here if I delete this clip. See, those ripple markers ripple. So what I thought I could do was use the select all tracks forward tool, which is this. I figured, okay, well, that's okay. I can just select all this stuff, push it forward 10 seconds, and the ripple markers should ripple, but they don't. So I did some Googling on this, and it turns out that that doesn't work if you use the track select forward tool and do any kind of editing, or even if you just do something like this. See that the markers don't ripple. Not sure why that is. And this is the latest. I think this is the latest version of Premiere at this moment. Yeah, so that's a kind of an unusual thing. So yeah, if I just delete something by itself, so if I actually do an actual editorial move, and I'm not sure if they consider selecting clips like this and dragging it, I'm not sure if that's considered an editorial move in Premiere. So what I found out was you actually have to use one of the trim tools or edit tools in order to get these markers to ripple. So a dumb hack I did was I just took any old clip above it. It doesn't even matter what it is. I just did this. Okay. So starting at the point where I want to ripple everything forward, I just put an edit point, delete that. So if I select the ripple or the, if I ripple forward, you can see that those time markers moved. If I do the same thing, I pull it forward, see they moved. So what you have to do is select the end point there. So you're rippling the end point of the edit, and then just go plus. I want to move everything forward. I want to move the markers 10 frames, because you can see these little markers. I have a marker that says title in, title out, and I just made those markers to coincide with this event right here. So, but now they're all out of sync. Everything is 10 seconds too early now because I added this 10-second chunk here. So what I'll do is just select that, make sure that it's that ripple, and just go plus 10 period for 10 seconds. So it'll ripple that edit, and I make sure all the sync indicators are turned off. So it ripples nothing else except this track. So I'll just hit 10 plus, hit enter, and now you can see that all the timeline markers did ripple. So now all I have to do is just get rid of this, and everything's cool. I didn't have to do any kind of manual. I don't think there is even a way to manually ripple everything forward. So that's kind of the dumb workaround for that.